All right.
And
So,
that's your main camera, so there you go, and I'm rolling.
all right. Sean Riley here at Cyber Madness 2023. We have just completed another state championship in the state of North Dakota. We've gone through 21 teams here in the state. We've produced 57 teams in the state this year. Got whittled down to 21. All of those guys all competing here in these last 2 days. Awesome stuff going on. Palo Alto Networks has been the critical piece of being able to help us get this done. And first, before I ask you any questions, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all you guys. And I'm gonna throw a thank you out there to BJ and Nikesh and those guys. I talked to them many times. They couldn't be here, unfortunately, with us, but I want to say thank you to them for helping to bring a team here and support this. Your technology, your team has amazing expertise. You're helping to move this along. And I might just say it this way, I think you guys are helping change the world because we are changing the face of education in what is a 21st century world. And this isn't just me going on, I'm sorry, but I want to ask you guys some questions too. So we had lots of teams out here doing really good things. And I got to say, when we went through that little caboodle yesterday, there was kind of just a prep getting everybody warmed up, and I'm watching this scoreboard and I'm going, the answers are like 21 all right, 21 all right, 21 all right. I'm going, holy crap. I'm like, this is the smartest group of kids I've ever seen. And it was just school after school after school, and once in a while it was like 20 and then one that's not right, but it was just amazing. And then when they got into today's scores, my understanding is that they're blowing away college numbers. You got high school kids who are blowing away the college numbers. Tell me about what you saw in the kids here yesterday and today. What excited you guys? What did you see for quality of teams?
Well, for me, it was all about prep. So, we have to prep the game, of course, and the infrastructure, but the students have to prep too. So we developed a course for them, and they've been working in that course for about, 3 months now? And hands-on labs, so they're in the firewall. They're learning our technology. They're learning about cybersecurity. They're communicating, and that's what I saw with the Rough Riders. They were very organized. That team was, amazing. And so it's all about prep. You just can't throw something like this together and hope it sticks, right? You have to get the students prepped so that they can be successful. So that's what I saw.
Well, I was amazed. So we had a batch of seniors, about 18 seniors out of 100 kids, or 18 seniors that are recurring from last year that came back playing again. And there were 2 gals from the Tioga team who last year, as they're walking out, they're like, we are going to win, we're coming back, we're playing. And when I talked to them on Thursday, they're just giving me thing after thing after thing that they were doing, Gen Cyber and Cyber Patriot and Palo courseware and other courseware all across the board. And they were just prepped and ready to go. And they were annoyed as hell that they weren't number one this time, but it was clear that there were many teams like that. So what's that look like when it comes to the workforce? We're changing the nature of the workforce, not just in cybersecurity, but those kids are going to become chefs, and those kids who are going to become farmers, and those kids are going to become lawyers. They understand this problem now, right? Completely different. So how would you say this is really changing the nature of the workforce?
I would just say that, we've talked about this, but this event had 33 women. The 33 girls were here participating, and out of 100, and last year I think there were 4. So I think that this is significant, and it signifies the kind of change that will happen, that will make a huge difference in the workplace. So this is the workforce of tomorrow. The students who are here can make a significant contribution in cybersecurity. So that's exciting. And for us at Palo Alto Networks, this is what we're all about. It's about educating the workforce of tomorrow, but also understanding that these are folks who are going to be very discriminating about technology, and we better be getting it right. We better be showing them the best possible technology. So really exciting.
And I would just like to add that it's the self-motivation of the students. that's what really does it. I mean, when you put them in a learning environment, you give them challenges, and they want to go out and they want to learn it. They want to find the answers. That's engaging the students. That's what's going to make them successful in the real world. I mean, that's what companies are looking at. They're not just looking for somebody that comes in and routinely does a job. They look at somebody that likes to do their job and wants to learn more. And I think these competitions foster that. I found that throughout my career that students engaging them in these competitions, they learn more during these competitions than they do in the classroom. Any classroom that I ever taught, they learn more during the competition. And that's really what's exciting. And that's what's great about events like this, in my mind, is that we engage them. And then it just doesn't stop here. They'll go back, just like you're describing. They'll go back. Next year we want to come back. So what do we have to do to be better next year? And they'll start doing it. I've seen it, my students do that. They start preparing a year before the competition even begins. So I think it's wonderful that we're able to do this and pull this off and get the students engaged. And it's just been great.
Awesome, awesome. And now we have some international experience here too, coming in from Ireland and Amsterdam and from Europe. And as you've seen what's happening here, we had some international representation last year too, and he was just dumbfounded by what he saw. He was just amazed. What's your thoughts seeing these teams play?
Absolutely mind-blowing. What I found was that, first of all, the collaboration for the students themselves and the way that they communicated for each of the questions, nothing fazed them. And even when there was one or two things that went wrong for them, they all collaborated and went through it. As an outsider looking in on the education space here, to have this competition running for the high school space is absolutely amazing. And to see these guys going back to their schools, respective schools, and then thinking about the future from a workforce of tomorrow scenario, yes, absolutely amazing. But what I would say as well is that these individuals that are entering these competitions, as you said, they could be the farmers, they could be the mechanics, etc. With it, cybersecurity is everywhere, and it's so important that everybody is aware with them. And I think one of the things that I'm taking away from this competition is that not alone that the competition was a success, but the curriculum we were able to provide to them, that they can continue to learn with that curriculum and allow them to be able to bring that and expand their own network skills as well in that regard. So I think, yes, it's been a huge success.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And this is something when I'm talking to people all around the world, I'm going, name me a job that doesn't use computers today, right? And the only thing anybody ever comes up with has something to do with the Amish, right? And I love the Amish. They're great people, not a lot of computer users, okay. But they also don't make up a lot of the workforce either. The reality is, in today's world, right, the U.S. Department of Commerce has 540 job types that they manage. Every single one of them uses computers every single day. And when you look at that and you go, what is the risk of that? How does this impact our energy? How does this impact our agriculture? How does this impact our world? It's just immense. And I'm excited to be here with these kind of kids who are going into all kinds of different fields, not just cybersecurity. It's awesome if they go in because we need that, but they're going into all these different fields with this knowledge. It is incredibly impactful. So I want to thank you guys for being part of that, and the whole Palo team. I know in the North Dakota Palo Alto story goes back a long time. There's a lot of really good stuff that's been going on for a long time, but I want to thank you very much for all this added effort you guys have been doing, and being here part of this is just impressive. So again,
one more thing I want to say,
please,
John.
please.
Is just to thank you for your leadership, because it's the partnership. It was your vision that this should happen, and there is systemic change that we can bring about with a program like ours. We're in 2,500 schools around the world, right? But this is changing lives one at a time, making a huge difference in the state of North Dakota, and that comes, we execute, but it's your vision that has taken us here, so thank you.
And also kudos to the North Dakota education system. Yes. I mean, the teachers, they have to take time out of their day, they have to travel with the students up here, they did that voluntarily, yeah, so that is kudos, and they got the students engaged here. So that's key. That's key to making these competitions a success. You got to have the education system behind it. So in North Dakota, that's what you have. So it's great to see.
100%. So I can have a crazy idea every 15 minutes, but but it takes real people doing real projects to make those ideas become something. And you guys, along with all these coaches, with all these students, DPI and DES and Emergency Services, Department of Education or Instruction, all of these organizations coming together, and North Dakota's leading the way on this. And I'm making a prediction here because we've been asked if we can make this bigger and can we play in other states. And I'm making a prediction that the first national champion is going to come from North Dakota, too. And that national championship is going to start here over these next couple of years as we do this across many, many states. So really looking forward to taking Cyber Madness in a much, much bigger footprint. But again, thank you guys. Wouldn't be possible without you, and very much appreciate being here. And so here we are closing out Cyber Madness 2023, our second state championship tournament. Been a great, great adventure for the kids and the adults and all the teams. I want to thank you guys all for being with us over these couple days, and we'll see you next round.